Well, we're about done. One more lecture and you're through for the day. I was going to try to kind of just show you the environment it is because I'm really about frozen. But you can see there's actually space here. There's a nice little soccer field, a little picnic area so they can grill bratwurst and stuff. A little apartment complex over there that is for assisted living. You can see over here that there's somebody's out playing with their dog in the little league field. Where are you there? Now over here you see they have a little pop. There's a tree I'm under here, but we'll walk over a little bit and you can see that there's a little running path by a river that's over in this place. It's an amazing thing around here is they actually have space that people actually can move in. You can see, a matter of fact, behind us over here, I won't be rude, let's see if I catch it there, isn't that cute little couple over there, little old couple wandering for their afternoon walk here together. So anyway, that's what's going on in Milwaukee right now. And so if you need an intercultural, this is since Point Loma's, how you can say one of our core values is diversity. You can see diversity of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and people in late November, how they live. Well, back to the Gospel of John. Now, in the Gospel of John, this last section, in this logic of the Word as the revelation, is God, not just something about God, not a message about God, but is the Word made flesh, in whom the invisible Father has been made known. The interesting thing, as in creation, is that gift has been given. If I can say it this way, it's in the bank. In the Gospel of Thomas, all creation, if you notice, is kind of automatically divine children. You participate in the divine light if you just discover it within you by going outside, so that even the woman becomes male, becomes a living spirit like you males. In the Gospel of John, you have the divine Word now made flesh. And it's not something that one discovers from within, but the divine revelation that is diffused in all creation, if I can say it this way, and taking the Gospel of John, it's kind of taken up together and thrown into the person of Jesus. And so that gift has been given in putting place into the Word made flesh and dwelling among us. But that Word is not inconsequential to human life. That Word must be received. It's a very interesting language of reception. Think about it. Reception is something that is given, but if one does not enfold it, one does not participate in the benefits. And to those who receive them, one becomes part of the divine family. One has authority to be children of God, born not of the will of man, and understand that is a very gendered man. The woman was seen as not having choices, as often is today, nor of the flesh, but of God. You see that in this Word made flesh in Jesus, one is called back to God to participate in the divinity through which you were created, that you now participate fully through Jesus. The word here of reception, therefore, gives one the authority, not as, if you'll see, as John will say, as the world gives, but in order to be part of the divine family that I think ultimately in John is represented in the church, although that language is not used explicitly through it. The word reception, and what happens in John, is reception is done through this, again, word belief. To those who believed him. Okay, whoever, that in John 3:16, that's known. For God so loved the world that he gave God's only begotten Son, that whosoever believes. Reception is done through this concept of belief. But belief is not merely a cognitive nodding of the head. It is the trust that the divine Word is seen in the flesh of Jesus. It is an enfolding that divine Word into one's life even as that divine word by the Spirit, we'll find out, enfolds you into that bigger life through whom all things were created. The logic of John, then, is kind of a threefold. It's a mediation, as Augustine would say, in which Jesus is not in between. You have the divine word, who is the very creator of the world, who is with God and is God, in the beginning, through whom all things created, now made flesh, and dwelling among us so we can behold it. We can behold the very glory, the very physical manifestation of God. But that manifestation must be received, and receiving one becomes a child of God. That receiving is done in the Gospel of John through this concept of belief that comes through an encounter with this revelation of God that is Jesus. It is an encounter, not an inner discovery. It comes through trust, not knowledge. It is manifest in knowledge, in loyalty to this one Jesus, not in some sort of inner actualization of one true self. The Gospel of John then takes the conceptions of Thomas and takes them away from this means of Jesus being a revelation of God, a divine light, someone who has discovered divine light that permeates all things so that we can find it by putting the flesh aside. You could say it even this way, that the Gospel of John in Jesus sanctifies, makes holy all human flesh by taking it among itself and therefore becoming the revelation of God. But that revelation itself must be received. So in some ways, you'll see that the Gospel of John, as it unfolds from this point, is this progression of the revelation of God in Jesus Christ. That when one encounters Him, one is immediately left with a decision of reception, of faith, or unbelief, non-faith, a non-reception, a leaving, if you want to say, the package on the doorstep and never being enfolded in it, nor having it enfolded into you. And in so doing, one is not merely rejecting Jesus, one rejects the very God who created all things. But even in that rejection, you'll find that the reality becomes more seen. So the prologue sets the themes for what will happen. That as the Word then comes forth and does signs, and we'll talk about signs on Monday, those signs are met with belief or unbelief. And then those signs start building opposition. But because John asserts the truthfulness of this revelation, the more that revelation is opposed, the more it becomes apparent. Just like light becomes brighter, the darker it is. That warmth becomes apparent, the colder it is. And my hands are really frozen now. So Monday, when we come back together, we'll watch how John progresses using the prologue, and narrative develops what is said abstractly in the prologue as it moves towards to where you see both the biggest opposition to the divine word, the crucifixion of Jesus, that leads to the very manifestation of the divine glory that is seen in the resurrection. So have a good day, have a good weekend, sleep some please, prepare some for the test before Monday afternoon so that Tuesday you can just kind of go through and take the test. I hope you know that it will be online so everybody can submit it electronically, and hopefully over break I can get it to you. So the next lecture will be from the Hard Rock Cafe in Chicago, Illinois, the night before I give my lecture on Friday to the Chronicles as Nehemiah group on the priests and Levites and Chronicles, which I'm sure you would all love to be at rather than in the warmth and comfort of San Diego. So take care, have a good day, bye.